Okay. Julia, are you here?
Yes, I am here.
You can see how we can see live now. No, not in this. Είναι μέσα,
Τώρα βλέπουν αυτό.
Yes, maybe we wait a few more minutes for people to join in.
Julia, you're sharing now. You can see the participants. You let them in.
Yes, they are in.
Perfect. Thank you.
Well, let's make a start with the webinar. Just so you know, we will record the webinar so you can look it back after it is finished as well. Well, welcome to the Smart Parenting Navigating Your Child's Digital World Safely webinar of the Digital Upbringing Project. So what will we discuss today? We will first give you an introduction of the Digital Upbringing Project. We have a slight switch in the schedule. We first will have our guest speaker, Tonia Galata from the Grammar School of Nicosia, followed by some questions and answers. After this, my colleague Vasia will tell a little bit more about the digital upbringing resources. And after that, we will have our guest speaker, Niels Bloembergen from Media Jungle, followed by also a Q&A. So digital upbringing, what is it? Digital upbringing is an Erasmus Plus project with partners from Ireland, Romania, the Netherlands, Hungary, Croatia, and Cyprus. And together, we want to work on supporting parents and educators to help their children develop the digital skills needed to safely navigate the digital world. But yeah, what is digital parenting? It's of course, we hear it a lot these days. Digital parenting describes parental efforts and practices for comprehending, supporting, and regulating children's activities in digital environments. Yeah, so as parents, you have a lot of influence on your children, and it's very important as parents to navigate your children, but to also keep them safe in the online world, as well as give them the opportunities it can offer. So now we want to do a little bit of a quick tech awareness quiz with you to get you into the right tech mood. You can leave your answers in the Q&A section, or you can just write them down for yourself and check where you're standing and what you know. The first question. The average age when a child starts to use a touchscreen device is about A, 5 years old, B, 18 months old, C, 11 months old, or D, 8 years old. I will just give you a few minutes or a few seconds, sorry, to think about your answer before I share it with you. So the answer to this question is 11 months old. 11 months old is the first or the average age when a child starts to use a touchscreen. The next question. How many minutes per day do children aged 9 months to 6 years spend on digital media on average? A, 100 minutes per day, B, at least 2 hours per day, or C, no longer than 15 minutes per day? What do you think? Leave your answer in the Q&A section or think about it in your heads for yourselves. So the answer to this children is that according to parents, children aged 9 months to 6 years spend on average 100 minutes per day on digital media. It's noteworthy that 1 in 4 parents of 0 to 1 year olds report that their child spends at least 2 hours daily in front of a screen. So it is essential to recognize that this media usage among children exceeds the World Health Organization's recommendations. So it is quite a lot of time these children already spend online. Next question. What percentage of children aged 7 to 12 have access to a mobile phone in their bedroom? A, 33%, B, 21%, C, 44%, or D, 29%? What do you think? The answer is 44% of children aged 7 to 12 have access to a smartphone in their bedroom. 21% have access to a television and 29% have no devices in their bedroom. Then the last question. What are the advantages of media for children? A, entertainment and self-amusement. B, enhanced social skills and information gathering. Or C, strict limitations on media usage. So the answer to this question is that research shows that young children can learn significantly from educational programs like, for example, Sesame Street or Dora. Even after 10 years, such programs can still benefit school performance. Additionally, media allows children to gather information and expand their knowledge. So also for adolescents, they benefit from social media platforms, as they can experiment with social interactions with their peer groups, which enhances their self-image. And it can provide interesting role models for children to emulate and contribute to their identity development. So this was a quick quiz to spark your motivation and interest towards this theme already. Now, the Digital Upbringing Project recognizes that media can have many benefits, but it's also very important to know the dangers of media. Therefore, we have worked on some training materials, on awareness, on networking opportunities, and we work on bridging the digital gap. My colleague Vasia will share a little bit more about our project resources after our guest speaker, Niels Bloembergen, has shared some of his expertise. So I will now give the floor to Niels, and he can present himself and media jingle.
Yes, thank you, Julia. I was on the other side of the screen, but we arranged it. It's working all, and I hope to share my. I hope it works with sharing my presentation. I don't know if people see me in the screen. Also, I didn't see you, Julia, when I was on the other side of the link. One moment, I try to. Find the presentation.
Yes, we can see your presentation.
Is it in full screen now at the moment?
Yes, it is.
And I hope you will hear the sound also. I don't know if I have to. No, I'm gonna see that later. Good morning, everybody. My name is Niels Bloemberg, and I'm founder and owner of Media Jungle. And I make a little wish last night, of before I go to I've gone to bed last night, and the wish was that when I'm standing up this day, my English was perfect without any mistakes and fluently. But I have to admit it didn't work, that wish. So you have to do it with my crappy English. But that's it. That is what it is. My name is Niels Bloemberger, founder of Media Jungle, and we make educational materials, educational games, tools to get wiser online. And we're doing that through play and sharing, and that's a very important thing to tell. But I tell you more about that later in this presentation. So that's me on the right, or on the left for the viewers, and that's Alex next to me, and this was in 2017. We made our first tool to increase media literacy, and I did that from my work as a healthcare worker. I worked with people with an MID, and I saw when the social media was going to get bigger and bigger, and it was going from the computer to the device, to the telephone, to the smartphone. It became an issue, especially for people with an MID. So I thought at the time, maybe we can make something to discuss about media literacy, to learn from each other. And we made Media Jungle, the board game, and I will tell you more about that later in my presentation. I'm not alone. Maybe you know her because I think she did a little bit. She did a presentation for you for this project or for another project. It's Evelien Verburg. She's our expert, and also she is with the content for us. So she's making the questions. She's making the all the things that you are seeing in Media Jungle about media literacy. All right. This is our three most important goals we have to make with our Media Jungle materials. First of all, we think it's very important for us and also for the players to get it fun. So all the tools we make are fun to use. It's always a competitive element, and it's always nice to play. It's looking very attractive for young people, but also for older people. So fun is very important for us, and there's also the same picture in the middle. That's me and Alex playing Media Jungle, the board game, and Alex has a mild intellectual disability. So we take that target group as our basic level, but we never we never put on our materials that it's especially for that target group, because we don't want it, and they want it also, that it don't happen. And together, all our materials are based on digital inclusion. So we make it easy to use. It's also very understandable. The content is easy, and that's at the end, everybody find it very nice to have materials that are understandable. So we say it's for especially also for people with an MID, but it's also for people without an MID. So it's for everybody. So we say we are increasing digital inclusion. Now, the very important thing for us is that the materials we use, like the board game you're seeing there on the right, that we're learning from and with each other. Because young people have a lot of experience online that older people, like parents or teachers, don't have. And we think it's the magic between them to get media literacy. I think that's a word. To get more, to learn from and with each other. So parents and teachers and healthcare workers can learn from and with each other, with the people you are playing our tools with. Okay, I don't know if this competency model is already discussed in the past, but it's a very good model for us to make the materials we make at the moment. And I will try to explain in English next minutes how it works. And you're looking at different areas like work, finance, health, leisure, self-employment, and parenting. That are things we are living on every day. In the middle, you see us. That's all the people. I talked about Europe now, all the people in Europe. And we're living on these elements like work, finance, health, and we have to get goals on these elements. For example, you have to get goals on work, or you have to get goals on finance or on health. And if we want or not, you have to get some competence to get to reach these goals. And the competence you see here on the right of your screen. This competence like finding information to get to work on goals on these elements like work or health. So for example, when my child is a little bit sick and he has a really strange dots on her skin, maybe I want to check what it is, and I want to get information what it is and what I can do, like as a parent. I have to find information, and I have to that's the competence on the goal of on the element health. But also you have to know that the information you find is true and it's reliable. So you have to have the competence media doorgronden, or so you have to have more competence than only one. And these circles can turn. So you have to have competence on all these elements, and that are daily based elements. It's not that we want that our players are really can program computers or something. That's based on the daily goals you have to reach in the common life. So this is for us very important. We make all our materials based on this model. I show you a little video. I think this video isn't sound, so I talk you through a little part of our tools, so you can learn more about them. First of all, a board game with our app. That's the first thing we made. You saw pictures of that. So you're playing in a board game, and it's in combination with an app. It can be played in healthcare institutes, for schools, or at home. And the app, you see that now with the board game. The app has questions, have assignments, have videos, and together you're playing. You learn more about digital literacy, about all the elements. Now you're looking at Superfake Safari. That's our thing that especially we made to get rid of disinformation. It's a puzzle in combination with an app. All our tools are a combination of physical elements and online elements or digital elements. And players have to search for different ways of disinformation on the puzzle, and they learn about it in the app. So that's the combination of it. We made a platform, and that's our latest trick. We made a platform of all of our materials, or all our education materials. So all our serious games, all our videos, all our exercises are bundled in one platform. And at the moment we are upgrading the platform every week, and new schools and healthcare institutes are assigning to the platform. So next, this is all an overview of all our products. It's all in Dutch. That's maybe a little difficult for you guys. But the thing is that we are searching for partners in Europe to look at maybe we can translate the content, and maybe we can upscale it in other countries. In the UK, there is a lot of interest from other countries, but we want to take it a little bit slow because we are busy, very busy at the moment. First row, you see 3 of our board games, 3 different versions. Left, you see the classic versions, over 700 questions about all the parts of media literacy. This is about phishing, about online friendship, about the chances and the opportunities about media. So very different questions. In the middle you see the super deluxe version of our board game. You got also more questions, and you got extra tools and games within it. And on the right you see our special edition, and that's edition from a board game with extra, we call it praatplaten, talking cards, but only with pictures. You will see it better on the next slides. You see that talking cards left under, and in the middle you see the smallest version daarvan. We call it kletscards, and it's also discussion cards with 100 questions on it. And with the cards you can talk about all the things, all the good things and the bad things, the chances and the possibilities and the dangers from the online world. In the middle you see the superfake safari. Yeah, you saw that video about it, and that's especially about the working of disinformation. We talk about clickbait. We talk about, we explain on a playful way about the working of disinformation. We talk about AI or that kind of things, and we sell the products in bundles. We upgrade and update every material and every part of our products every month, because there are new things what are at the moment are very important. So we have to refresh and update our questions. We have to refresh and update our videos, because we didn't talk about AI in 2017, but now it's very important. So we have to talk about that in our game. So you never are done with playing. There are always new questions for you and new assignments. All right. I hope you hear the sound. This is a Media Jungle board game played on a healthcare institute. So that's our Media Jungle blended board game, a combination of a board game and an app. And as you noticed, it's all about the dialogue, to talk about social media, the chances to talk about different ways and to learn from and with each other. And I think the magic is the combination of the board on the table and the digital app. And the magic is, I think, it's very important that the questions and the things we want to tell the people, the players, is from an app and not from the caregiver or the parent. So it's an easy way to get in touch with each other and to learn from and with each other. I got a short video about the Superfake Safari. We won the Media Awards last year with the Superfake Safari. We're very proud of that. It's about the working of disinformation, a puzzle in combination with an app. You scan a code and the app will start, and it leads you complete through the process of 4 different levels. Let's look how it works. So that's the Safari about the working and the mechanism from disinformation. A very nice tool to learn about a complex theme like disinformation. The next tool we like to share with you, and it's very popular at the moment, are our big picture cards. I don't know the right word at the moment, but that's to discuss about 25 different themes, and one of the themes is the telephone on table. And the difference between this tool and other tools is that it's very it comes with a very open discussion. So we're asking the players on the table, and you're sitting on the table, or you have it on the screen, that is also possible. Look at the picture and you see the pictos at the right. So look at the picture and what are you seeing? What are you seeing at the picture? And that's an open question. And the nice thing about the way we ask the questions right there is that everybody is seeing something different at the picture. Then we ask the question, what are you feeling? What are your feelings and what are the people feeling on the picture? So this is one theme. We got cards over phishing. We have it online bullying is a theme. We have it about apps and notifications. We have a nice card about the fun things. We have cards about the telephone going with you to bed. That are 25 themes, and we always ask the first question, what are you seeing? Then the question, what are you feeling? What do you know about these pictures? So this is a nice way to learn from and with each other, because everybody knows other things about the theme on the picture, and what are the people on the picture doing, or what should you do when you're one of the people on the picture. I think it's nice for you to, I don't know if the chat is open. I can see the chat, Julia. I think it's nice for you to think about what are you seeing, maybe you can just set that in the chat. What are you seeing at the picture? And you will see that when more people answering the question, they all see something different. And I asked the same question to my daughter last week, what are you seeing in the picture? And she saw a pizza, and she will never order a pizza with salami on it. So everybody is seeing something else, and she was right at the time. So this is our big pictures, 25 in a box, and we also got it available at our Media Jungle platform. I'm looking at the time. Our complete solution, I talked about it, is our Media Jungle platform. We bundled all the tools you saw at the moment. We bundled our board game, we bundled the Superfake Safari on it, and make it playable from the platform, but also with our range, our big library on it, with all the teams to get educational materials on team in the library. But we think it's very important to increase the competences of teachers, healthcare people, in the childcare, in the library world. So we also put masterclasses about different media literacy themes on the platform. So it's a complete solution for educational institutes like schools, for healthcare, for libraries, and also for childcare. This is new and we're working on it at the moment, but we are happy to notice that there is a lot of interest for this team, for these 4 kind of situations. It looks like this. You got the library and you see the themes right there, from online pesten, so cyberbullying, to online shaming, and you can filter on it, so you can search on theme or on difficulty to get the tool that you want. You also find our serious games. You saw them right away, and we are building 3 new serious games at the moment. So when you're are part of the platform, you also have access to all our games. Now, and it also you will see it here on the right or on the left, I think, for you. Made in Jungle is very nice to look at. So we always find out the best designs. We have the best designers in our house to make it looking very attractive for young people, but also for older people. All right, I started with Alex, this presentation. You saw him in the picture with me, and all the materials and all the things we made it by the curb cut effect. I don't know if you know the curb cut effect, but that says when we design for people with a disability, and it doesn't matter if the disability is a physical disability or a mental disability, when we design especially for that target group, and we do that on a smart way. So in the picture you see something in a wheelchair, someone in a wheelchair, and the curb cut is helping him to pass the way. When we design it for people with a disability, we make it better for everybody. So also when you have not a disability, the materials or the design is also better for people without a disability. That's the main goal for all our materials. I think I'm at the end of my presentation, Julia, so I will.
Yes, thank you so much.
One moment. Let's see. I'll change to. Oh, is my presentation already gone, Julia?
Yes, we can't see it anymore.
All right, thank you. We have, because we are on other moments in other countries, we have a demo in English of a board game. So when there is interest from one of the people on the other side of the screen to play the English demo, please send me an email. I think, Julia, you will share the presentations of today to the viewers.
Yes.
I will send you the demo in English, so you can play a board game, a little demo, so you can find out how it works, and maybe we can make contact with the other people to look about working together.
Yes, thank you, Niels, for your presentation. If there are any questions, now is the time to ask. I will write a note in the Q&A section so you know where to find it. So if there are any questions for Niels, please feel free to ask. Or if you're interested in knowing more, also write it in the Q&A.
No questions at all, Julia? Was it that clear?
We have a question from Alexis. Is the game available in English?
Not at the moment. We have a demo in English available, but we are looking for partners in other countries to translate our game. The first country we translated to, that was Belgium. That was really not a difficult way, because the most part of Belgium speaks Dutch. But we are open for connections to discuss about the translation and to get it in other countries. So when there are people thinking about, okay, this is maybe interesting for our country in our language, we are open to discuss about it and to find the ways to, maybe there's a possibility to do that. At the moment, we only got it in Dutch, but as I said previously, we got English. We have an English demo. So via Julia, you get the code of it, so you can log in to the game to find out.
Yes, thank you. Any more questions for Niels? If you think of anything in the meantime, feel free to ask it in the Q&A section. Then I will now give the floor to Vasya, and thank you, Niels, for your presentation.
Thank you, Niels. Okay, he left the conversation.
No, he's still here.
Okay.
You can share your screen now.
Yes, but I'm shutting down my camera. Yes.
Okay, but
Okay.
Niels, you know, I have many people send me texts saying that the game is really interesting and they want to contact with you. But you know, we like for sure we need the English version for the
Yes.
game. So I think the floor is mine now, Julia.
Yes, the floor is yours.
Okay, just give me a second to share my screen and let's start.
You can see your screen.
Okay, so let me begin now. So I will introduce myself. I'm the project manager overseeing the digital upbringing initiative here in Cyprus. My background is in education, having worked as a teacher for several years. This experience has provided me with an interesting understanding of challenges families and educators face as they navigate the rapidly digital landscape. Today I will present you the results of our project, which are available through our website, a rich repository of materials and resources. So here, as you explore our website, you will find the digital competence framework for parents and guardians. So here, the framework outlines the essential competencies that parents and guardians need to cultivate to effectively support their children in the digital realm, safeguard them from potential risks, and promote digital opportunities. So the framework is based on 3 pillars, as you can see here. And here we have 3 infographics, and when we open them, we can see you will find 3 initiative informative infographics tailored specifically for parents and guardians. These infographics provide valuable insights into the key areas they should be aware of before their children have devices, before and after they engage with social media. The main topics covered include information and data literacy, communication collaboration, digital content creation, digital safety, problem solving, and facilitating digital competencies. Its topic is further broken down into proposed knowledge, skills, and attitudes that parents should possess to effectively navigate its situation. For example, one of the attitudes as parents should cultivate here in information and data literacy, it's the value tools designed to protect search privacy. So now, in the website, we also have this part here. And we have the training there. We have workshops with a variety of topics. And for example, if you click here, the digital safety workshop, you will go to an infographic that provides an overview of the project, its learning outcomes, and the specific knowledge and skills participants will gain here. Once you scroll down, you will find detailed descriptions of the learning activities, including methods and instructions for the trainer, divided into 3 stages: the pre-device stage, the pre-social media stage, and the social media stage. Here, pre-device, social media stage. So, each section includes a proposed time frame, materials and valuable resources such as PowerPoint slides and printable materials. So if you click here, this will redirect you in the materials. Like here we have a PowerPoint. And here, for example, we have a document, Word document, so you can download it and print it and use it however you like. Also, these workshops are available in all partner languages, ensuring accessibility for a diverse audience. Also here in the website, you may find video lessons for parents. Here, focusing on the most crucial topics they should be aware of to help their children in the digital world. And let me show you, share you an example with you. For example, this video.
You can see the video, Vasya.
If not, then exactly. Absolutely. So here you can hear me. It's fine. Okay. Let's go forward. Here we have another significant accomplishment of our project in the creation of digital upbringing community partnerships. Each partner organization has established community-based digital parenting and family media awareness initiatives by setting up networks and communities. Through a total of 4 meetings, we have successfully connected organizations, laying the groundwork for these partnerships. The identified best practices and initiatives from these meetings have provided invaluable information for developing our results. A quality blueprint and a toolkit for the setup of future initiatives, While we are currently in the process of uploading these resources, they will be soon accessibly on our website. So now, let me give you a glimpse into our efforts. I would like to share you a short video showcasing the community partnership meetings held in Cyprus.
We have no sound.
There's a sound. You can hear me?
Can hear you, but not the video.
Not the video. Okay, it's fine. Okay. So now, Julia, you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect. So the third significant result of our project focuses on international learning workshops and events tailored to local needs with confidence and responsiveness. So let me go here. We find that part. So we have already developed a methodological guide for adult educators who wish to provide international workshops on digital topics. Additionally, a collection of sample workshops is in the works, offering ideas and inspiration for professionals who want to implement international learning programs and workshops in their own environments. In Cyprus, we have successfully conducted 3 international workshops in collaboration with the grammar school involving parents and children. So here is a short video showcasing those workshops. Okay, so now furthermore, in the coming days, a series of podcasts will be uploaded covering various topics with local speakers for each partner country. And now it's my pleasure to introduce our speaker, Tonia Galati, the Head of Business Development and Innovation at the Grammar School of Nicosia. She will share her insights on understanding the needs of new generation and STEAM programs. So, Tonio, the floor is yours. Please tell us more about yourself and your work.
We can't hear you, Tonia. You're on mute.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see your screen. Yes.
Okay, so thank you for inviting me to the digital parenting webinar. My name is Tonia Kalati. I'm the Business Development and Innovation Manager at the Grammar School Nicosia. And today I'm going to present the Empowering Futures in the STEM programs for home and for school. The Grammar School is an English-speaking school in Cyprus, situated in Nicosia suburbs, and caters more than 1,000 students, both primary and secondary education. The Grammar School provides excellent, innovative, and creative education that enables all students to perceive their full potential and engage in a variety of extracurricular activities. Throughout the years that we've been working here, we have identified that today's students are the most technologically immersive generation our world has ever seen. They're digital natives, meaning they seamlessly integrating technology into our everyday realities. Through their education, they're doing their homework online, their social life, their friends is online, their entertainment, listening to music, and so they spend really a lot of time in the digital world. So the school is the same. They learn through more guided inquiry and more technology instruction. So, and what we've also seen is that the lessons that trigger this generation the most are the ones that are relevant to them. We also realized that we're preparing the students and how the educational system is. We prepare them for standardized tests, but we don't prepare them for the real world. And because problem-solving skills are in really high demand in every field, we wanted to provide a more, let's say, learning curriculum that will emphasize more on critical thinking, and at the same time be more fun, interactive, and interesting. So our team's mission was to re-engineer and redesign our curriculum to transform it more into hands-on project-based curriculum, so our students can acquire the skills that other lessons cannot provide. And these skills will help them in the future to pursue a career, skills like collaboration, like problem solving, critical thinking. And in this way, the learning is much more deeper. They can gain ownership of their personal education and build responsibility. The challenge that we had to face was to incorporate these valuable skills into our current curricula while keep a solid instruction in math and science subjects. We use a variety of 21st century skills that we wanted to add in our curriculum, like real-world problem solving, collaboration. We use technologies, robotics, so the lesson could be more understood and comprehend the concepts better while making the lesson more fun. So together with the teachers and a team of other people from the school, we created a large content of innovative and interactive lessons, and that will add more value to our curriculum. So in 2016, we introduced the STEM program, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, even though we're using art, so it's more STEAM, but we keep on calling it STEM. So the program is for students of ages 10 to 15 years old and is offered at 4 academic periods per week. To accommodate the STEM program, we have created a more flexible, as you can see on the screen, learning space. We call it the innovation room, and that supports a lab as well, a robotic lab, to support a more student-centric approach and make it more appealing for the students. So students feel more comfortable to move around in the lab, The lab is equipped with a lot of movable furniture, chairs. It's got electric sockets everywhere, so they can plug in their laptops. It's got 3D printers, a 3D projector with virtual reality glasses, smart TV instead of a regular whiteboard, so the students can collaborate. These are some of the lessons we have in our STEM program. So we do a lot of engineering principles, robotics, electronics, 3D modeling, computer programming languages. The idea is that a teacher has a maximum of 15-minute teaching time and presenting instructions to the student. In this way, it involves presenting real-world examples or scenarios or problems and issues that are relevant to the STEM concepts being taught. Most of our STEM projects are constructed from the Sustainable Development Goals developed by the United Nations. These are a universal call of action to end the poverty, protect the planet, and ensure that all people in the world enjoy peace and prosperity. So we might use, let's say, quality of water, clean water and sanitation, and the project has this theme. After the 15 minutes teaching time, we use a lot of teamwork. So students will have to work in teams of 3 to 4, ensuring there's accountability and contribution from each member. They solve problems as a team. Then they engage in hands-on activities because they need to investigate and explore, to experiment and research, investigate further the problem. They might need to collect data or make some observations regarding a problem and conduct experiments. The teacher is there to guide them to gather accurate information and make sure they do gather accurate information. And then students will use their laptop to research and identify possible solutions with the team. The collaboration and design, students will brainstorm, design. Maybe they have to do something that is hands-on, so a prototype solution. They can do that individually or in groups, depending on the project. This phase fosters more the critical thinking, the problem solving, and the creativity. They have to record their solutions on Classroom OneNote. And then students have to implement and test their solution, analyze the data, make observations, evaluate the effectiveness, maybe do trial and error. They can refine the designs based on their results. And at the end, they need to reflect on their learning. They have to share their findings, communicate somehow their results. Usually this is done using a Flipgrid or a PowerPoint presentation or a Sway, and they can engage in discussion to explain the reasoning behind their choice. One of our favorite lessons, this is a very old one, it's one of our first ones, is the robotic biology blood circulation. Basically, we had printed tags with the name of the organs, the liver, the heart, and students created a robot to move the tags around on a map, the human body, showing the blood flow from the heart that circulates through the human body. The students learn in this way the circulatory system, so that's more science biology. And the engineering concept was that they had to build a robot to carry these tags around, and the technology part is that they had to learn to program the robot to navigate among the human circulatory map. Another favorite lesson is the geography coordination. This is a combination, again, with robotics. Coordinates were given to the students, and students had to program their robot to navigate on a grid map to a specific location. The students got more familiarized with coordinates, north, east, south, west, by having hands-on engagement. Other projects was to build a sustainable city. They used natural materials from schoolyard. They collected wood, leaves, carton paper, paper straws, and they've built their little sustainable homes. Another project was to build a solar car, a miniature one. We're in the process of creating a big one now. The brain simulation, these models to understand and mitigate a brain injury. So students learn about the regions of the brain and the function of each part of the brain, and then they have to build a model to visualize in real life what happens when the brain collides with the skull. And then they had to design methods to protect how to mitigate the effects of a collision of the brain. By incorporating now STEM projects both at school and at home, which is really highly recommended, students gain a more well-rounded skill set that prepares them for future academic and career success. It also fosters strong family bonds and a love of learning. Parents in that way can have a real quality time and strengthen the relationship between their child through maybe some shared goals and achievements, like, oh, we did this project and it's some of the whole family members. STEM projects at home extend learning also beyond the classroom walls, and this allows the children to explore, experiment in a more relaxed environment because they are at home. And consequently, this can lead to a deeper understanding and a greater retention, let's say, of the lesson. Obviously, age plays a significant role in determining the complexity and the type of the STEM activity that I'm going to do with my children, something that is suitable for their age, ensuring that the activity is engaging, developing appropriate educational specific age groups. So I'm going to give now some examples of science projects that parents can engage with their children. This is the volcano eruption. It's a very fun activity. You can create a baking soda and vinegar volcano to demonstrate the chemical reactions. You definitely need like a baking soda vinegar, maybe some red food coloring. A dish soap is good, it's optional, so it can make it more foam. A plastic bottle, clay or paper mache to form the volcano structure. So you create the volcano structure around a plastic bottle. Maybe you can use a modeling clay or the shredded paper with water and flour. Then you can decorate it, color it, fill the bottle about halfway with vinegar, then add a few drops of red food coloring and maybe some dish soap to make the effect. And then you can have to quickly add a tablespoon of baking soda to the bottle. You need to step a little bit back and watch the eruption as the baking soda reacts with the vinegar and produce this carbon dioxide gas. It's a fun activity, a little bit messy, but it's good to do it outside. The home plant growth experiment, this can take longer time. You can compare how different variables, let's say light, water, or soil, affect plant growth. You can plant seeds or vegetables, flowers in different pots, group the plants into different sets of light. Maybe you can have some exposed to direct sunlight and other under artificial lights. You can use LED lights. There's some growing lamps that have USB timer clips, LED bulbs, or you can use some color plastic bags around the plants. In this way, you can control the amount of light each set receives. You can observe with your child and record the growth of the plant over the few weeks to understand the optimal growing conditions. Actually, it's better to use red lights if it's more of a flowers, and that makes the more leggy and more grown very quickly. On the other hand, the blue light will make it a strong stem. So this is usually recommended for fruits and vegetables. And the green light will be less optimal, but the plant will still be healthy. This is a very fun activity, especially for really young children, the homemade slime. You can use some glue, borax, and water to explore non-nutrient fluids. The chemical reaction between the borax and the glue creates this polymer, which results in slimy mass and behaves as a non-Newtonian fluid, meaning it doesn't have a constant density. That's why it gets a bit sticky. This is fun and a hands-on way for children to learn about chemistry, enhance their fine motor skills, and stimulate their creativity through sensory play. And let's get a bit messier. We can create some home compost used as a fertilizer to use as soil. You can create compost using coffee beans and leaves, exploring the process of organic waste decomposition, unique organic waste, coffee grounds, leaves, fruits, vegetable scraps. We use this at school as well. You need a compost bin, the water, and the shovel or a fork. You can start by adding a layer of coarse material like maybe small branches or little bit woods or straws at the bottom of the compost bin. Then you can add the coffee grounds and leaves along with the organic waste of vegetables and fruit scraps. Ensure that the compost has a good mix of green, nutrient-rich, and brown carbon-rich materials to keep the compost moist but not too wet. And you need to turn it regularly. Over time, the materials then will break down into a nutrient-rich compost. Composting is a natural process that recycles organic matter into a rich soil, and you can use it to your plants and enrich the soil at your garden. Some technology projects now, parents can use this Scratch platform, it's online, to teach the children basic coding by creating simple games or maybe just animations. A story play, it's very interesting. It's a fun and interactive way to introduce your child to the world of programming. It starts from really young age because it's a visual programming language. It's developed by MIT and makes it easy for children to learn the fundamentals of coding. There's a lot of books and PDFs you can download. Parents doing teaching Scratch at home. You can assemble a basic robot using a kit or common household items, integrating maybe simple circuits or motors. Building robots, it's not only fun and exciting activity, but it also allows the children to learn about electronics, programming, problem solving. There are different types of robot kits you can purchase. There's mechanical, there's some with remote control. We've got Arduino, which is a little bit harder, Raspberry Pi, which is even harder than Arduino. The Lego kits bricks. These kits come with all the necessary components to build a functional robot. So it allows the user to learn about the robotics in hands-on. They're all available in a range of complexity levels, from simple design, some of them require no coding skills, to more advanced that involve a lot of coding and programming. Some engineering projects. This is another enjoyable activity you can engage with your child, is building a bridge. You can use materials like spaghetti, straws, or popsicle sticks, constructing and testing maybe the strength of the bridge. This is a fun educational hands-on engineering experience. This activity not only enhances your child's creativity to use more, but it's problem solving and strengthen their understanding of basic engineering. Another fun activity is build and launch rockets made from plastic bottles. Through understanding physics, you learn the principle of the aerodynamics and propulsion. It's a hands-on learning. It engages in a practical application of science concepts. You can take plastic bottle again with baking soda and vinegar and some tape, scissors. You can even decorate your bottle and experiment with different designs and fuel ratios to improve the flight of the rocket. Actually, we do this at school as well, and we have a contest which student will get the highest rockets. Some math projects that you can do at home. Many children are visual learners, and math can be hard for them to understand and comprehend. And just seeing geometry in arts helps them understand and remember the concepts better. Parents can use geometrical shapes to create artwork. This is an exciting activity that will help the children grasp the concepts such as the symmetry, the area, the perimeter better. Using rulers, scissors will help you to improve, again, fine motors of your child, encouraging the problem solving and critical thinking. You can start by introducing basic concepts like circles, squares, triangles, and rectangles, and explain the properties of each shape, like how many sides the shape has, how many angles, and so on. This is very nice activity. It's baking and fractions. You can bake cookies on a cake and use the recipe that one of your favorite recipes and teach fractions and measurements like you see in the photo, happen in halves, what is one half, a quarter, and so on, and make this more understandable in terms of fraction. You can construct a small greenhouse using plastic bottles or acrylic sheets, observe how the plants will grow. This integrates biology, engineering, and environmental science. You can use scissors or glue them, or elastic bands, wooden skewers to make the greenhouse more efficient. And plants, pots, or on recycled containers. Use the soil from the compost that you've produced at home. And you can grow plants, herbs, lettuces, or flowers. Nature walks and journaling and recording can be a wonderful way to explore the outdoors, learn about the local ecosystem, and bond with your child. Take walks to explore flora and fauna. Maybe you can take pictures with your phone or a camera, put them in a small journal and write about the animals, maybe the species that you find in the outdoors nature walks, and their interactions maybe. This will encourage the children to document their observation and learn more about ecosystems. So these are the projects, and these home STEM activities are not only educational, but also they provide a fun and interactive way for parents and children to bond. By exploring STEM together with your child, you can create cherishing memories and foster a lifelong love for learning with your child. These experiences and opportunities to grow closer as a family, to ignite curiosity, to nurture a deep appreciation of the world around us, especially with nature walks. In closing, bridging the gap between parents and the younger generation through shared STEM activities not only strengthens the family connection, but also inspires the next generation to explore, innovate, and succeed. Thank you. I'll be stopped sharing. So if you have any questions.
Yes, thank you, Tonia. Some great ideas to do with the children and the parents together. If there are any questions for Tonia, please ask them again in the Q&A section of the webinar.
Oh, sorry, Julia, we couldn't hear you.
Oh, I said thank you. And if there are any questions, please ask them in the Q&A section. I don't see any questions coming in. If in the meantime there are still any questions, please still ask them. Yeah, I want to thank both our guest speakers. Oh, I think you have a question. Oh, excellent presentation. Thank you, from Konstantinos. So in the meantime, I want to say thank you to both our guest speakers, Niels and Tonia. I have their websites also on the screen, mediajungle.eu and thegrammarschool.eu. If you want to know more about our digital upbringing projects and our resources, they're all available on digitalparenting.eu. Also, this webinar has been recorded, so you can also find this online at our website. If you do have any questions or anything else that you want to ask us or one of our guest speakers, feel free to contact us via the website. I will also add a registration form in the Q&A section where you can also still ask your questions after the webinar. And then I think this concludes our webinar. So thank you for visiting, and we hope to hear from you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.